Hello, Altec2k here. I know what it's like. Character balance in Path of Exile, Lake of Kalandra. Lots and lots of word, so little time. So let me summarise. Defensive changes. Spell suppression on gear has been halved. Spell suppression on tree has been buffed. Arctic armour has had a sizable buff to its defences at the high end, but you still have to be stationary to use it, so completely pointless. Flesh and Stone has had a small buff to its less damage from enemies not nearby. Defiance Banner has had its defences slashed in half. Wind Dancer now gives plus 10 to evasion instead of 40% to evasion rating. The Arrow Dancer Keystone now doubles your amount of evasion to projectiles at the cost of 25% less to melee. Ward has had a cooldown reduction of 20% from 5 seconds to 4, and there are new suffixes for fast ward regeneration. The Faithguard Unique Helmet has had its restoration stats doubled. Grasping Mail's global defense has been halved. Ravicius's Veiled modifier on the crafting bench has been reworked from life as extra energy shield to fizz damage taken as fire and lightning at moderate levels. This is actually really cool. It should massively increase the efficiency of armour, and I probably will be taking it on some character next league. Blind has been buffed on the passive tree. Mind over Matter now causes you to take 40% from mana before life, instead of 30. Some stats that also did this on gear have been removed. Fortify, they're making it easier to get Fortify stacks, and also making it last longer. Generation is roughly doubled, and it lasts for 6 seconds instead of 5. Some cluster jewels for fortification on the tree have been heavily buffed. Minion balance, they've completely and utterly decimated minions. With the exception of that holy relic thing that did nothing anyway. I won't be playing a minion build next league until I see other people successfully do it. Corpse explosions, there has been a wide-ranging reduction to gem modifiers. Traps. Fire Trap has had its damage lowered by 25%. Now it was pretty strong, but that's strong it's lost over 1000 DPS. Cooldown-based traps. There have been some changes to the Advanced Trap gem and also one of the tree nodes. As a result, Flamethrower and Lightning Spire traps have been buffed. The changes to the gem is Advanced Trap support no longer has the skill effect duration mod at 29%. The Hasty Reconstruction Notable has been renamed to Overprepared and no longer has the 30% cooldown. It now just grants +1 to cooldowns. Now on this, I have been practicing Seismic Trap for next league, thinking it was going to take a pretty heavy nerf, but maybe it was still playable. If these are the only changes to Seismic Trap, I will be playing Seismic Trap at least up, because it is still broken as hell. Explosive Arrow. Hit and ailments have been split on their damage type. It used to be a global to both, and now it's changed. The actual hit has been buffed by 1%, which is not very big. And the explosion has almost been halved. I think it's from 5 to 3. Blessings, they no longer work with life tap. To compensate for this, there has been a buff to the increased aura effect of some of these skills. Hydrosphere, it can now only be hit by the thing that cast it, which is normally you. So that means your minions, totems, or anything else will not be able to hit it. Sniper's Mark has lost its flash regeneration aspect. It's gone. But it's not all terrible. Some skills have been buffed. Artillery Blister, Blazing Salvo, Crackling Lance, Decoy Totem, Devouring Totem, Energy Blade, Firestorm, Haste, Reeve. Actually, the Reeve looks like a pretty big buff. Rejuvenating Totem, Scorching Ray, Scourge Arrow, Shock Nova, Soul Rend actually looks reasonably sizable. Not amazing, but good. Spellslinger, Sunder, Val Flame Blast, Arrow Nova, Urgent Orders, Critical Strike Affliction, Cleave. Well, Cleave has had +2 to its range at the highest possible level. Its range is terrible compared to something like Lacerate or anything else. I still wouldn't play it. Ascendancy changes. Trickster is getting a rework. We don't have any details yet. Could be good, could be terrible. Chieftain's Slams, used by Tuaha's Chosen, have been doubled to do 100% more damage. That is a massive buff. Pathfinder. Master Alchemist has now lost its 20% chance to freeze, shock and ignite, and been replaced with 20% more utility flask effect. And this was because it only really went to Chaos builds, so they've removed the elemental aspect, which doesn't make any sense to me in solving their problem. Also, Nature's Boom has lost its 6% reduced elemental damage. Why? Who knows? Juggernaut's Unbreakable Notable was too complicated, so they have split it in two and completely reworked it. Necromancer, possibly the biggest nerf I've ever seen to an Ascendancy. Unnatural Strength no longer gives +2 to minion skills. Instead, your minions get Unholy Might. Yeah. Pointless, maybe, until someone creates an amazing build around it. and I'm proven completely wrong. But right now, pointless. Okay, there's also some unique nerfs. Crystallized Omniscience has been nerfed. You now need an extra 5 Omniscience to get +1 to all elemental resistances and elemental penetration. This has gone from +10 to +15 per. Reservation masteries have been changed. You can no longer get the +15% to mana reservation efficiency. This is going to screw practically every build guide, including all of mine, because it was so powerful and now it's gone. Also, the life efficiency modifier and the aura effect modifiers have been reduced by 1/3. This is the big one. Flasks that granted charges when hit now only provide up to +3 instead of +7. This is a massive nerf and possibly means that my Pathfinder Poisonous Concoction is now dead. Although if anyone does try it out and finds it still works, please do let me know. Damage Recupertor's Life. Not in enough places as it should be apparently, so they've now added it to some jewels. I'm ecstatic about that. Chainbreaker's Keystone has been reworked. Now grants +1 rage regeneration for every 25 mana regeneration per second, and mana recovery from regeneration is not applied. Skills cost +3 to rage. Yeah, that doesn't look good either. Now what is very interesting is what they haven't said they're nerfing, which we were kind of expecting a nerf to Nightblade, because it was very, very strong. No word about it that I can find in the notes unless I missed it. And also Lightning Strike, expecting a nerf to that, and that's still the same. Unless, of course, we find the patch notes and there's loads of extra ones and they just didn't mention them here, which is perfectly possible. And that's it. This league has seen a massive set of nerfs, and not a great deal of buffs. If you found this video useful, then please tickle that like button, it'll like it a lot. And with that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.